Hey everyone, this is Chris, MTGO's Rec Start. We're back for part 3 of this week's Show and Tell series, and we are continuing our study of Just Canceled's Shaman deck. And in round 2, he is up against Kumagoro, who is playing a green-black Shaman deck. It is basically a rock deck with Pernicious Deeds, Maelstrom Pulses, that sort of thing. Kuma labels it Golgari, but green-black, the traditional rock colors. I think secretly must be Kumagoro's favorite color combination because he goes back to it a lot. So much so that if I ever do a deck building challenge where the requirement is to play 4 copies of Phyrexian Plague Lord and 4 copies of Spiritmonger, I think I'm going to have to name it after Kuma because he is definitely the quintessential rock player of the event. So let's see how this match plays out. We are going to see that Just Canceled had this weird hand with 4 Elvish Visionaries, which plays right into Kumagoro's Maelstrom Pulse, which was undoubtedly hilarious at the time, since Just Canceled develops this army of Elvish Visionaries here, with the Rage Forger ready to come down next turn and do nasty business, but no go, as Kuma's Maelstrom Pulse takes out the army. Now, next turn, Kuma's going to drop a Pernicious Deed here. The rebound with Masked Admirers and Deathrite Shaman. Rage Forger will come down here, forcing Kuma to blow the deed, but Just Cancel will be able to use Lead the Stampede to restock his hand a little bit. He's going to rip a Fauna Shaman and a Wolfskull Shaman off that. And the board here is representing enough damage that Kuma has to blow the Pernicious Deed. And Kuma indeed does blow the Pernicious Deed to wipe the board. And then we have Wolfskull Shaman and Fauna Shaman coming down. And then the Vampire Nighthawk and Bosk Banneret here are threatening to stabilize the board, but Just Canceled has a lot of burn in hand, so he's going to go ahead and dump both of those arc trails into doing 3 damage to the Nighthawks so that he can attack in and not do any, although it seems like if he had enough red here, he could have just arc trailed Kumagoro to death. I'm not really sure here, but at any rate, he takes out the Vampire Nighthawk and is able to swing in and do enough damage that he can finish with the Chain Lightning. So that takes care of Kuma. And next we're going to look at his game against Malum. Malum is playing blue-black Merfolk, and I do think black is probably the color to splash in pure tribal weeks where you don't have access to the white exiler spells like Sword Splashers and Path to Exile, so you get black removal that way. You probably don't want to play mono blue because you don't really have any removal in mono blue. I mean, you have Submerge and things like that, but I mean, not everyone's going to have green dudes. So Spreading Seas hits a Raging Ravine, and 2010 wants its best turn to play back. The old Jund versus blue-white match. Here comes a Elvish Visionary for Just Canceled. Marrow Regeray joins the fray and gets picked off with an Arc Trail. Burn spells, the bane of Merfolk since time immemorial. And we've got a Flamekin Harbinger, which searches up a Rage Forger. And then he hardcasts a Lead the Stampede and draws the Rage Forger off of it. And also manages to snag a Wolfskull Shaman. Alright, Spreading Seas is going to hit not the Manland this time, but the Stomping Ground. You can still get double red off that filter land with the green source. So Wolfskull Shaman and Rage Forger join the fray, but Rage Forger gets ultimate priced. Interesting choice, whether ultimate price of the available, it seems like Go for the Throat, probably superior to ultimate price in general, since artifact creatures do not count as mono-colored. Is they have no color. It seems like Go for the Throat would be the card selection there that would be optimal. Here comes a Stony Brook Banneret. And the Vampire Nighthawk that was searched up, it gets revealed there. I guess it wasn't searched up. That must have just been a blind draw. Anyways, that's enough to take out with the Rage Forger. So again, Rage Forger doing a lot of work there in this deck with all these weenies. So anyways, join me in part 4, and we will watch the final round of the tournament.